I can't actually tell. So if you can get on Twitter and type your Twitter fingers, I still don't know if the chat will show up. But TTS does work. If somebody could let me know somehow if I'm on air, I guess I could. I'm afraid it'll end it though. Let's see. Okay. Okay, it should be working. TTS, I don't think Twitter chat is hooked up. So, I did say I would be here. I think it is here. But I only have the one phone. So TTS should be working. I'll look. I don't know how to make Twitter chat work. So who could say? But TTS does work. Powerchat.live/TheRalphRetort. This was not by design. Also, I just can't really help it. I'm giving people what they asked for. I told you it wouldn't be that long, but muchas gracias. This is my good buddy here. Woo. All right. All right, to see it? Come on now. Look at this. So, it is unfortunate I cannot see the chat. I don't know how to go live directly from Twitter. I can try to figure that out in a minute if you guys want to. You can send me $3 and let me know, but orange seed. But hell of a night, and we have fake lawyers and more lawyers than the former lawyers, fake lawyers, whatever. They got a lot to say. Well, if you would like me to try again from Twitter, and you could tell me how to do that, I could do that. But I did promise a live stream here. I'm using Prism. So I think tomorrow is going to be the main event as far as IRL goes. Excuse me. I got to quit smoking. But I was not tipping during the stream, but I do have 2 mezcals and 1 beer. That'll probably be enough. They have great food here as well. My favorite spot. I don't know how many people seen this. I can't tell. The only way I can tell is powerchat.live/TheRalphRetort. I just wanted to get on air as soon as possible because I promised you guys. So here I'm at. These are real palm trees. I don't know if you... They actually grow here and all that stuff, so they're not imported. So shout out to all the real niggas. I have to say that. A lot of things been said about me. Even tonight, a lot of lies been said about me. But it's not about gloating. It's really not. I don't think this is something that other people who may be friends of mine, whatever, they can gloat. I actually feel bad for that person, and so excuse me. It's Friday night here in Abstenza. Is it still on? I don't I hate to check again, but it should still be on. Don't worry, I'm not baiting for donuts. I have no way to show the chat. So Twitter, for some reason, I don't know. It doesn't give me that option. Maybe it's because I'm on Android. I'm not sure. Somebody knew how to do it very well. I don't. But whew, I'm kidding. Mezcal is very easily drinkable, excuse me. So, yeah, this is, I guess, in case you didn't see the Rumble. I was under DDoS attack. Here we have Wi-Fi. I don't have to worry about that. When I get back home, I don't like using VPN on streams, but looks like I'm gonna have to start doing that. Got a few things to take care of on that front, but yeah, obviously I saw the news, and this is beyond, again, people can send this shit if they want, but this is kind of just me chilling, giving my thoughts, and this will stand the test of time. I'm quite certain, like everything I have said over 10 years have stood the test of time. Yeah, I'm drinking, whatever. It's a little stressful, but not that stressful. But I had planned on covering the news tonight, and then, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes before I went on air, I got a message. And it said, she's arrested. Snow. And I could only assume who they meant. And then shortly thereafter, it was confirmed. I went ahead with the show. Now tomorrow when we do RL, we'll have Rumble, we'll have the chat, we'll have all this stuff. I'll go through Power Chat and see if I can hook up Twitter chat to the live stream as well. But I should be live on Twitter right now. And I'll check again here in a minute. But I was not happy to hear that news. I have nothing to do with that news. Situation became untenable. It was I left voluntarily. I think that's known and can be proven. I mean, I know it can be. Cameras all over the place. Not here, but there. So there was a certain switch pulled, and I said that was a really bad idea to do. Has nothing to do with leaking DMs or anything like that. It has to do with when you pull that switch, they comment. And you want probable cause, Nick Ricardo? Well, pulling that switch without, I'm being a little vague, yeah, of course. But when you pull that switch, it's a literal switch. It's up on the wall. And when you pull that, they don't need any probable cause, Nick, because that's a fucking crime. So, you ever heard of, what's his name, Jamal Bowman in Congress, formerly in Congress? I ain't have to say shit. I ain't said shit, except here on these airways. So, and without passing any judgment, who knows what, but only person I've ever heard of, well, I've heard of a couple people I won't name, but one is Nick Ricardo. I couldn't imagine buying a bag like that. If she did, whatever. Nick Ricardo, you're a coke fiend, and you turned your daughter into a coke fiend. So that's kind of sad. But you reap what you sow, and as far as I'm concerned, you're dead to me. I've seen what you said. I've seen who you've been working with. I guess you forgot. So, Marsh, Sardo. I had nothing to do with it. It's like, that broke 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes before I went on air, and I'm just like, oh my God. I wanted to talk about Spain, Morocco. I know people who don't follow me constantly don't realize the formula of the kill stream, and it is really supposed to be about 40% politics, 30% drama, hopefully not my own, although sometimes it is, and then another 30% interviews, debates, whatever. That's how it's always been, and that's how it's managed to last so long. And so I wanted to cover the news tonight. That was the whole plan. I think you can tell. Yeah, I'm having a couple drinks now, but I think you can tell I'm not fucked up. I know I'm winking at a couple colleagues of mine. I should not be drinking, that's true, but hopefully you can have a little respect that I'm not sloshed, and I don't, there's a reason I'm not going to go. First off, there's a couple reasons, because I see people like Ricada and other folks trying to throw shade like I did something wrong, which I did not. So that's one reason I'm not going to go blow by blow. And that doesn't mean blow by blow, point by point through everything that happened that night. But if you watch the stream that night, you could already tell who was the aggressor. And so I tried to not physically leave, all this and that. They didn't. I eventually left on my own. And that lever was pulled. I can't do anything about that. I literally said, and they can quote me on this, and I'll testify if needed. I said, "You idiot." And I was waiting in the parking lot. I could see the big boys, the trucks rolling in. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And it's another reason I'll be going to church this Sunday, because I was just standing there like I'm sitting here, and they were rolling in. And I'm just like, that was the dumbest thing that could have possibly happened. Period. Like there's, and I got on down. Not because I done anything wrong, but because I didn't want to be associated with her any longer. And I still wish her the best. I know people are not going to believe this. Some people won't. I want the best for her. I think this could be, I don't want to say a good thing, but you can turn it into a good thing. Because I've been not in that spot. I've never been caught with a, but not even trying to make a joke, but no, I haven't really been in that spot. But as far as I know, clean record. She could probably get maybe some type of diversion, super special supervised probation. I don't wish for, state prison, federal prison. I think she needs help, and I couldn't help her because, as you can see, like, I've been trying to quit drinking for quite some time now. I can't, I have enough. If you can't fully help yourself, I don't know, I bit off more than I could chew. That's what I'm saying. And I don't think there was any trickery by her. I know she was telling different things to different people. That's true. But I don't believe it to be some type of, setup or anything like that. My phone was accessed illegally via my thumbprint while I was asleep. That is also a crime. I'm not pursuing it unless necessary, and so I think there's enough on her plate where I don't need to do that. If it came down to it, would I? Yeah. But I know this is hard for some people to believe. I would like to see her thrive, and people who say I'm crazy, that I was warned not to go back to her and all this stuff. That's true. Both those things are true. But if I didn't see something special in that person, I would not have done so. I would not have went back 2-3 times. And maybe that's a simp. Maybe that makes me a simp. I don't know. But what I do know is I did not leave the country under any type of duress. There was no fleeing. There was no warrant for me ever. And there still isn't. For good reason. Because I ain't broken any fucking laws. So I left. There was, and again, this is telling more than I probably should. There was a communication to me after. That's how I knew well, obviously I didn't do anything to harm her regardless, but I knew she was alive because she called me. And I didn't take the call. I think you can understand why. So I won't go into the messages, but I can only speculate about, and it took 2 or 3 days to charge her and this or that. I'm imagining, well, for those of you who are familiar with the system, I'm imagining there was some type of hold, perhaps. I don't know. But that's sheer speculation, and I don't want to engage in that. But I had nothing to do with it. Faggots like Nick Rekieta lying. You understand that. I'll never forget that. And whatever you got on me, you better bring it. Because, or just leave me the fuck alone. That would actually be my advice. Just leave me alone, because I didn't do shit to your favorite girl that you never got to bang. So I was already scheduled to go home. I left a little bit early to get out of a bad situation. And my passport was checked. Everything was checked. There's no way I would not have been able to leave the country with the bullshit you're saying, Nick. And Dookie Wave, and Raphael Mania, and VHS, and all you fucking losers. You're the ones who talked her into a fucking jail cell, and you ought to be ashamed of your fucking selves. You did that, not me. You talked her into a jail cell. And you ought to be fucking ashamed. Now, I know you're not, because you're scum of the earth. But I know for a fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, you motherfuckers are gonna pay. Not physically, not a threat. But you like to be a well, I'm a big supporter of anonymity, if you can keep it. So, and the idea that Rekieta jumps in on this, Rekieta, why don't you jump in bed with your wife, motherfucker? Why don't you do that? Is she that repulsive to you? I could give her another Ralph a charge if that's what you want. But Is she that disgusting to you? You have to sit around and talk to every fucking potential piece of... And again, I'm a pussy hound myself. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm not fucking married with 5 kids. In the same house. So is she that repulsive to you, Nick? That you couldn't just fucking keep it under control? I was at Hackamania, and I talked to a female, I've already said this, wife of somebody, I won't drag it back out again, and they said they were disgusted with you, Nick, because your wife clearly didn't want to be there. And you dragged her out like a puppet show. You'll get that reference, some people will. You dragged her out as your puppet, and every time you weren't on camera or weren't around anybody, she looked disgusted. Now, this is not my testimony. This is the testimony of somebody who was there the entire fucking time. You're a disgrace of a human being, and everything you say about me is 35,000 times worse for you. You're a scumbag born with a silver spoon in his mouth. You were born on third base and thought you hit a triple. Well, you ain't hit shit. And you damn sure ain't hit me. So, I would suggest, and once you see, I haven't seen them. I don't know. But I know I had nothing to do with it. So, once you see the documents, which they'll be out, I'm sure, you will see that how wrong you are, motherfucker. I'm not a snitch like you. Not downing any police or anything like that. No, I didn't snitch. How many people did you snitch on to get that sweetheart deal? You're buying zips from Minneapolis is what you told me. How many people did you snitch on? How many drug dealers did you snitch on? I ain't never had that happen to me. So, I'm wondering if you're living like that. I'm not. I'm here in Mexico, bro. My home. And I ain't got shit to worry about. So, I would bet my left nut that you snitched. Even though you are a former member of the bar, and I know how they take care of their own there. And your mama and your daddy's got a lot of money. I know that. But I'm also thinking, you had to tell. The 3 6 Mafia song. Now you can deny it till the cows come home. But there's a reason I eventually became a tow boy. Because while I'm not quite certain Aaron didn't help your downfall, I'm quite certain of your hubris. Excuse me. I had a little mezcal. I'm quite certain of your hubris. And a motherfucker can only be pushed so far. Now, I don't know what he didn't do. I take him at his word that, you know, I think he said he contacted a couple of family members, whatever. I don't know. I don't remember the whole. It's fucking 2 years ago. Like, I know I don't like you. And I know you talk about tolerating me. I've only tolerated you for a long time now. And you keep up in my shit. And we'll see how much you can tolerate. Because I ain't snitched on nobody never in my fucking life. But I bet you have. Because you don't buy zips full of fucking cocaine and get away with it like you did without singing like a goddamn fucking bird. Now, you can come up with all these other things. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. That's right. Memphis, Tennessee. And I know how it works. You don't, that's, you know, just, doesn't matter how much money you have. They want to know what you know. If they had your cell phone devices, that's my belief. I think somebody else can correct me if I'm wrong. And they have my communications with her too. So I'm not worried about that because I know I didn't do anything wrong. But how many people did you snitch out, Nick Rekieta? You're trying to act like this big badass. And I'm very much tempering my words, but you would not come down here and act like a big badass. I know that. Because everybody in this bar likes me. And you come down here talking shit. I don't know. It's unbelievable, really. And this is a little add-on to the stream. Again, I know there's no chat. I apologize for that. But it should be live on Twitter. If not, it'll record because fucking Restream charged me another month that I didn't want. So I'll upload later. But it's my belief that you are a snitch. Because there's no other way you could have gotten away with what you did. Now, you had less than a certain amount. And you know what's a shame is you are the one that belongs in jail. You are the one who belongs in jail, motherfucker. Uno más, por favor. Sí, thank you. Sí, yeah, just one or two more. Yeah. So, I love it here. I love it here. I love it. And the idea that you did not sing like a songbird, the bluebird, so to speak. Oh, say, what does the cage bird sing? To get the fuck out of jail. That's what they sing. And so, there ain't shit on me. I haven't deleted any of my communications. But before, when we got in fights, yeah, I deleted some WhatsApps or whatever. I've deleted nothing whatsoever. Because I didn't know really what the fuck had happened. I just know that I got the fuck up out of there. Not because I'd done anything wrong, because I didn't want to be around that instability. And I made the right call. And when that lever was pulled, I said, idiot. And that's not meant to degrade that person. It's like, now you just guaranteed whatever you have on you, which I suspected, but whatever. You're putting yourself in the line of fire. And I'm like, why would you do this? It makes me sad for her when you're the actual fucking nigga who belongs in jail. You belong in jail. You belong under the fucking jail. Everything you said about me, like I said, multiply it times 30,000. That's you. You're the one who deserves to lose everything. Not Scarlett, I'll say her name. Not me, you. You're a piece of fucking trash. And Dick Masterson ain't too far behind. And yak from LA, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Dick. Dax Herrera. Dax Herrera. That's your name. I never went by any nom de plume like you. Thank you, sir. Muchas gracias. Man, that's good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's my last mezcal because I don't want to get too... I want to keep this clear because some people are not going to watch the Rumble stream. I think this is... even though... I think it's on the air. I don't know for sure. I think this is something that will... This is my testimony in terms of the public space, JF, wife murderer. So, you're the one who belongs to be who deserves to be put away. And you know that. I know that. Your kids know that. Your wife knows that. But there's too much money on the line. Right? I do it for the love of the game. And yeah, for money too, but not... I don't have a trust fund. I came up from nothing. And built your fucking career. Without me, you would be in the Facebook fan club of Dick Masterson, still sucking his dick. That's where you would be. You're a piece of garbage. You're attacking people who you know expose you. Because why? And I'm going to leave that out because it doesn't help for me to go into it. But you're a despicable human being. There is nothing worthwhile in your whole entire fucking existence. And if you left the mortal coil tomorrow, I would say there would be nothing but goodness. There would be nothing but a benefit to the world. And you may have these fat housewives fooled. You may have dumb bitches fooled, but you ain't got me fooled because I pegged you from day one as a phony motherfucker. Now, it's my fault that I didn't say that and didn't enunciate that at a point where it would have just kneecapped you. But you've always been a piece of shit. And the jokes I made about your wife, she doesn't deserve... You don't deserve her. That's my view. You do not deserve her. And if she wants a good divorce attorney that will fucking clean your clock, let me know. Because I know a bunch of them. And you want to fucking declare war? You want to lie about me being a snitch? Okay. I'm telling killstreamteam@gmail.com. She doesn't have to be your slave. She doesn't, and she doesn't deserve that. And no wonder she allegedly fell in love with Aaron M. Holt, because God bless, she could fall in love with this palm tree right here and it would be more fucking valuable than you. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're the most self-centered motherfucker, and this is coming from me, that I've ever seen in my life. And if you think you can do something to me, do it. Do it. Because I don't give a fuck. You know, you've not seen the movie Juice. I have. And Tupac says, yeah, I am crazy. Because I don't give a fuck. And I don't. So, keep talking your shit. Keep doing all your usual bullshit. But best believe, do you think I've not noticed what you're doing? Do you think I've not been keeping track. I have been. No, I have been. I've been keeping track. Doom Pill, Revel Mania. Yeah, I know who you follow, nigga. I know who you talk to. I know you're part of the merch bullshit. But y'all didn't expect what happened tonight. And by the way, neither did I. How does it feel to be on your own? I'm telling Lady Rackus. I'm telling her she doesn't have to be a slave to you. She could easily end this and end your fucking existence. Not physically, of course, we don't want to see that. She could end everything. And if she thinks she's trapped, she's not. There is an army of motherfuckers who would help her fuck you up. Not physically, but to get the fuck away from you. And so you want to talk about my kids? You want to accuse me of being a snitch? Okay. Let's talk about your kids. Let's talk about you being a snitch. Let's talk about that. You don't want to talk about that. I can see why. But you could either, there's two options. Leave me the fuck alone. That's your number one option. And the one you should take. Numero uno. And then there's two. We'll put it like this. There's the second option. And it's all out war on you. And Masterson. Even though he won't have you at your house, at his house anymore. And so, both you fucking old fuddy-duddies better shut the fuck up. Because I'm getting ready to talk about some things I never talked about. And I don't really want to do that. But you need to keep your fucking mouth shut, faggot. That's what you should do. Now, what you actually end up doing, I can't control. But I'm telling you, because you're mad that I took pussy away from you, that if you keep on this track, it's not going to be me. Everybody thought it was going to be me that got caught up in all this. Well, who was it? I am blessed by God. God is a big fan of the kill stream, as somebody once said, and it was a joke, but it's actually true. I feel like I was spared by God from God knows what, because I have a bigger purpose, a bigger mission, and you can either step down and get the fuck out of my way, or you could get knocked down and run the fuck over. That's my view. And people think, oh, Ralph's drunk. People who see me drunk know that I'm not. This is like opening ceremonies for me. But I hate you. I wish nothing but the worst for you. And please keep testing me. If that's what you want to do. You know me, I ain't backing down. I'm not some of these other folks, bro. I'll ride it all the way to the end. And you have no idea. what the real stakes are. Or maybe you do. But I'm sitting here in the lovely and beautiful Merida, Mexico, where they all love me. And you ain't got shit. And if you do, prove me wrong. Una más, then we're finito. Yeah, sure. Not just a beer. I'm gonna log off. I did not drink during the show, but yeah, it's a little off-putting what this faggot fake lawyer's saying. I literally know more about the law than he does. It's mind-boggling. It's actually mind-fucking-boggling. So, I don't know if everybody's able to see this. If they weren't, it'll record automatically on Restream. I'll upload it. I would suggest you said the fuck up out of my shit, though. Because I have some things you don't think I have. And I don't want to go there. It's not a threat. It's not extortion like you try to make up. I just don't want to fucking have this go on. But come at me again and it's double barrel. It's double fucking barrel. Not literally, to be clear. And I hope Kayla hears this too. You do not have to be with a piece of shit like him. He's garbage. Your kids, I'm certain, are amazing. But this guy's a piece of shit. And he should be put into the dustbin of history.